So today I have a theme. Something came to me today. Spirit was like, okay, we're going to talk about this. This is the first time. I plan on doing this bi-weekly. For how long? Don't ask. But I do plan on doing this bi-weekly. That's good. That's good to know. Oh, I like how this is. Because I was always telling you, like, I just right now in the phase I'm in, I just don't like extra people coming in, like popping in like that. Like if I invited you, cool. If you invited somebody, cool. But like it's too many trolls on the internet and I really don't like that. And I kind of feel like Substack, like it just kind of made sense. Like I'm writing more posts about um the things that I'm creating with my cards and more stories about that are synonymous to my card deck. So I'm like, it would make sense because my behind always be going upside the rough side of the fence. Like I just was telling my sister this. You know, the apple don't fall far from a tree. We have a Capricorn mom here. Like we were conditioned to do things like you got to do things hard. You got to do this. My mom still says this to my nephew. Sometimes you got to do things that you don't like. And da da da. It's like, okay, sometimes we do, but it don't always have to be like that. Like, you know, like certain things we can control and we can choose happiness. So, like, hello, no, no, I don't need to be doing hard things right now. I just don't. That's how I feel, at least. So, you know, if I'm aware of certain things that really could be easier, it's like, no, thank you. So, anywho, um, where are we going? Where are we going to go with this? I was waiting for a little bit. It looks like I've been live. It's this has a little I love how I can see the hearts though. This is just like this feels better. Like cuz I've been on IG's live. I remember years ago. I kind of liked it, kind of didn't. But it was funny people weren't doing that and then when I left IG, people started doing lives. I've done YouTube's lives before. I'm trying to get my YouTube page up, but I feel like this is the hub, y'all. This is the Soul Care Hotline. This is the hub. I am going to be posting this on YouTube, though. You know, why not? Or at least I thought about it. Hey, Tiara. Welcome in. I was just telling Mia I'm getting used to this. I don't know how it looks on y'all end. I kind of want to go and see, but I might just pop in somebody else's lives in here. You'd be surprised if you really explore this platform. Like there's some people like why did I see like India Irie has a Substack? Do y'all remember who India Irie is? Like, mind you, I believe she won a Grammy. Like she may not be like the popular, but like she was I don't know. It depends how old you are. I don't know. But like India Irie, I was like, wait a second here. And it's this she's big on Instagram, I know. Um, I forget. She's this black therapist. I really like certain things that she talks about. She has a page on here too. Like, there's a lot of people that have pages on here. But like, if I'm publishing my cards alongside this book that I'm doing, it makes sense. Okay, it just makes sense to me. So I'm happy to see y'all. Um, I just want to keep growing, keep connecting with people that really are more self-aware. Nia, I know you know from the 30-day reset, which I do plan to bring that back. I don't know exactly how it's going to go, but today we're going to do a journaling exercise. So if you'd like to grab a piece of paper, if you have a journal already at hand, bring it in because we're going to talk about centering our energy. I want to not only help y'all practice centering your energy, but also just take initiative too. Maybe you do it every now and then. I don't know. You know what I mean? Maybe you've done it one time. I'm not sure. Maybe you do it every day. But I would like to, because I know some people that are viewing this in the replay, I want y'all to learn how to center your energy. A quick story for me. How I centered my energy was more so when I was working in massage therapy. And I noticed how sometimes I'd be running late. Like, you ever had a job that you didn't really like and you just start saying, like, F it, like, I don't even care. I'll get there when I get there. Mind you, like, I could walk to this job. So it was very convenient for me. And maybe, like, the convenience of something that I didn't really like, I just started saying, like, forget it, I don't care anymore. You know what I mean? So I would get there kind of late. And then when I started getting there kind of late, I noticed how sometimes certain like things would happen before work that would rattle me up and I'd get wired. Like my nervous system would be like a little shot. Okay, that's fine. Um, and sometimes I just feel like I just would feel frazzled. Now, mind you, as a massage therapist, they put hands on you, like literally on your hands, right? They're supposed to relax you. Mm-mm. No, me being sensitive. If somebody like that's even like a hairdresser, like I'm a cosmetologist now, I'm a hairstylist now. Even as that, like if I am in your energy like this, I do not want to be coming through like hello, like just mad nervous stuff. Absolutely not. Because people will feel that whether they're aware of it or not. I know they will. And one day when I was going to work at my old job, I was just like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. So I just automatically would just start breathing to calm myself down. And I remember this girl told me one time that I was working with, she had she had gotten to an accident right before she came here. And it was weird because more than likely I think I was thinking like trying to be aware of myself. And she was like frazzled. She's like, I'm about to go in, da da da. She had a client, she came out, she's like, I couldn't even really focus on the massage. And I don't know, something like spirit probably just took over me. I was like, maybe sometimes it's better for you to just like breathe and settle yourself down or whatever. And she said something smart like, how can I do that if I just got in an accident or whatever? But mind you, it taught me. It really taught me to be like, yeah, no, I need to do this. So I started doing that some years ago. Said like centering my energy, getting into more meditations because my massage life, like I did not know how much energy I was picking up. And I had no form of protecting my energy or nothing. So that was like the start. That was the catalyst of understanding like, oh snap. What is going on? I feel so sensitive. I don't like this energy. Like I naturally bring home my work in a way anyway, especially if something bad happened. And yeah, you would think that I'm hard headed. I'm not gonna say I am, but I was very hard headed. Like spirit had to like drag my face in the dirt to like understand like girl. Like girl. So yeah. So Sierra, are you able to text in? I wonder if you're able to. You could just like see if you can say hi. I know you're here, but I'm just wondering. If not, that's cool. Nia, I know that you said you're multitasking at the present moment. Um, there's one other thing because I do want these soul care Sundays to be interactive. That's another thing. I did it on TT like 2 times, but I felt like when I tried to incorporate some type of breath work, people were popping in and I just did not like that. And you know how like you have moderators? One of my moderators did help me. She helped me like as I was assisting people through the breath work, she did help me like tell other people that popped in like, hey, this is what was happening. But I didn't like that. I didn't like it at all, honestly. So I don't know what this is. Okay, I'm able to text. Okay, cool. I just wanted to know. It's not a big deal, but I just wanted to know. Because, like I said again, this is new. I know that I can download this and I'll be uploading it to YouTube. So, but let me just tell y'all. I know. I don't know. Are you multitasking right now, Tiara? I know Nia says she is. I might wait for a little bit and then just go through. Um, Actually, I think I might start the. I just want to start a collective reading just to like set the tone. Y'all know I love my cards. If y'all could, I don't know if y'all could hear me, but I was shuffling my cards. I want to do a collective reading. We literally just had an Aquarius full moon. And I don't know how this full moon energy has been helping y'all or hurting y'all. I don't know. Overwhelming y'all, I guess I'd say. I don't want to say hurting, but it was very soft and surprising for me. I don't know if it's been like that for y'all too. You're not multitasking? Okay. After the reading, I'm going to get into an exercise from my book. So this is the old version. I made a digital version of this. I still have hard copies though. So like if anybody wants any, people that are watching the replay, anybody wants any, just let me know. Um but I have a digital version of it, and I'm gonna leave like a link so y'all can explore my ebooks. I would love to share more information. Again, like this is gonna be the hub where we learn more about ourselves, our soul journey, our gifts, and how to utilize them for for others, whether it be in business or whether it just be in your own community. But I saw in here because in this book there's like coloring pages, which I love. That's a way to actually meditate, focus in, lock in. If you're very hyper, if you have bad focus, coloring is really a good way to do that. If you have kids, you can color with them too. But there's also like little exercises for self-awareness. So as this commercial passes, um, we're going to do something that is about centering our energy. It was on my heart today. Like spirit kind of just came and like, okay, let's talk about centering energy. And I do think it's important, like I was saying before you got here, Tiara, too. Like, you're so welcome, Nia. Um, it's a way to just be more conscious. Like in this book, it says be easy on yourself. If you don't feel relaxed, or if you find yourself constantly asking, am I doing this right? I know I used to. Take a break or just revisit this exercise. This takes patience, practice to feel and find your peace within, especially if you aren't used to this. So, real quick, I created this book though. I was in this entrepreneur group, and she my mentor at the time, she told me like, "Oh, we're doing this holiday something within like 2 weeks. Do you have anything to sell?" And I was showed her my cards, but I was like, I don't really have that, and I was low key embarrassed about cards because the crazy thing is the cards that I created literally had quotes on them, but everybody kept relating them to tarot, and I'm just like, why? Why are y'all doing this? So I don't know. I felt like certain people, it was just a few people, it wasn't everybody. But I was like self conscious or whatever. So I was like, I don't want to show my cards too much. But I put that book together within like a week. I wind up getting it printed and everything. Why? I'm used to producing things on demand. Like that used to be my business, graphic design, all that shit. And I don't like doing that. Like there was no need to do that. Cause now that I made the book digitally, I saw a few things that I would take out, a few things to make mistakes. Like, you know what I mean? I just was like, no, I didn't like that. So here we are. Um, Did I need to tell you that? No. But I did want to bring that up because, like, a lot of times when you're creating from a place of pressure and from a place of productivity all the time, just pumping and going, you can lose foresight on like why you're actually even doing things in the first place. Like, why are you really creating things? Because your intention brings the direction of the energy you're trying to put out. And a lot of times, like, creativity is our birthright, right? So it's like, if we're creating something, who are we creating this for? Are we creating it for ourselves? Which is fine, we can. My card started from creating for myself. But are we creating for others? You know? I'm glad that you felt that. And thank you about my cards. Yeah, it's a long time coming, y'all. So let's get into this, all right? I'm just gonna open this space up, okay? Spirit angels and guides that serve for our highest and greatest good come into this space, with light, love, and clarity for all that are watching right now and for all that are watching later in whatever time that is, okay? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's talk about this collective energy right now. Because like I said, we just had a full moon. Full moons always bring things to the surface, to the consciousness, to be aware, right? And it's always our emotions. Hey girl, what's going on? Erica? You came right on the time. I was just talking about were you in here already this whole time and just didn't say nothing? Cause I was just talking about a few things. I'm going to post this on my YouTube for a replay. Um I'll talk about some other things later, but basically I want this to be interactive. I would love for it to be interactive. Even though you guys are behind the screen just like me, it's okay. Okay. Um, Maybe I can catch you up to speed. I have been shedding during this full moon. Feel to heal. Exactly. So, Erica, basically today, like I was telling everyone that's watching here right now, that it felt like there was an exercise for us to do to just really help us center our energy. And I was going through the past. I like to share my stories always about like how I came about practicing ways to just center my energy because I used to do massage therapy, as you know. You know what I mean? And just like even now, like with hair and stuff, like I don't want my energy to be frazzled when I'm all up in other people's energy, whether they're feeling it or not, right? So it was like for me, let's pull my energy in. And centering your energy too allows you to not only ground but like call your power back. You know what I mean? And I think that's a great way to realize like, okay, this is my energy, especially for us sensitive folks, right? Like sometimes the lines are blurred. Like we'll be like, yo, where did that energy come from? Some of y'all might know and have it down pat. Kudos to you. Sometimes, no. And as much as I practice this, um, I do need others at times to help me remember, like, these are things that I do. Because, like, the situation, the environment that I've been in just hasn't really been that conducive for the things that I'm doing, the things that I'm planning to do, the things that I'm heading towards. You know what I mean? And when we're in that rough spot, like, honestly, I know for me, I'll just speak for me. At times I do need help. I don't know about y'all, but it's hard to ask for help. I think y'all all can resonate with that. I know for me it is. So let's get into this collective energy. Just was catching Erica up to speed. Um and if y'all not multitasking or whatever, I do want to do a journaling exercise. Because I have a question. We can spend like 5 minutes on it, okay? This is something that I've been wanting to do. And I did a little bit of this on TikTok, but Erica knows, I just didn't like how people were like popping in and stuff. Not when we trying to like, you know? Anywho, let's go. Which card should I do first, Spirit? Let's do this one. No, let's do that last. No, let's do this one. Okay. All right, let's see what card was to come out first. This is lovely. Am I? No, I'm not. How do you do? I don't know how to do this yet. This is new, y'all. Let me just see. Mic, video, front, ultra. I think I'm not going to touch anything because I don't want it to like end. All right. So let's go. This one says, I value money exchanges. I value money exchanges that reciprocate joy, honesty, and freedom. I love that. I'm going to say it again. I value money exchanges that reciprocate joy, honesty, and freedom. I have a story about this, but I'm not going to tell y'all right now. All right, let's just get into it. Oh my God, y'all. I hope, Mia, I hope that you don't hear my AC in the background because I was telling Mia when we just got on here, I was like, I wanted to go into my other room to do this the way I usually do at my desk, but it's kind of hot and I'm just not beat right now to be sweating. And I wanted to have like I just felt like I needed like a to wrap my head and I can't find none of my scarves. So I put this on. All right, let's see. Let's see what this is happening. All right. Well, I have this card here that's talking about strategic insight. And, sometimes, especially when we're talking about business, when we're talking about exchanging money with people, um, I did. Was it black and silver? I don't remember, girl. Let me just tap in here. So again, strategic insight, right? A lot of times, like I love to help sensitive souls, empaths, healers, right? Really utilize their gifts within their own business because I'm really about that business where it's just like, why not make money for yourself? It is hard. It is hard. But at the end of the day, is it worth it? Absolutely. I think so. And maybe you're not like me where you take everything serious at first. I know I do. But like sometimes you don't really have to. When I look back, it's like, okay, I could have just, start things as hobbies. But needless to say, when you get paid for doing what you love, when you get paid for doing things that allow you to um express what God gave you, you know what I'm saying? Okay, Erica. It's like this is your soul path. Like this is you walking in alignment with what your soul is doing. And when we're talking about exchanging money, money is energy. They call it currency for a reason. Currency is energy, correct? Right? So it's like the number makes us think that, okay, this is the value and how much money we have makes us a certain way, a certain status, this, that, and third. It may or may not. It's all about what you believe. And at the end of the day, though, what is very hard, especially when you're in the beginning of entrepreneurship and things, is setting prices. Something that I'd love to do within another Soul Care Sunday or possibly I want to do some events where it's definitely like invite only and we're learning things. Because I do have a lot of things to teach, especially when it comes to business, y'all. And setting prices is hard. It is hard. And a lot of times it's hard because we believe that we're worth XYZ. And of course, you know, when are you allowed to work? 14 or whatever? You get a job. I know I was so excited to get a job. I said, as soon as I can get a job, I want to get a job. And you're like, oh, you're making X amount of money per hour. Boom. In your head, you're conditioned, hey, this is what I can make. This is what they're paying me. So boom. Right? And please don't let me talk about the trauma from work that I had as an adult in corporate, right? And me having to leave that and people around me making me feel bad that I left a corporate job that paid um it's not hourly. What are those type of a salary job, right? People were looking at me like, why would you stop a salary job? Right? The shame. The shame. Oh man, it loves to be heavy and tell you lies and all that stuff. Just whisper lies in your ears. So that was part of me, the conditioning of devaluing myself. It's like, okay, I did XYZ at the corporate job, but why am I over here in my freelance time, my own business, charging way less? Why? Things that we believe. Doing what you love means a lot. Exactly. So you got to readjust the flow. Over here, she's like readjusting her environment. Things that we can change, right? Like sometimes all you might need is to change the sofa a certain way. I know for me, when I was in my own space, I was changing the rooms as much as I could because it just felt different to me. Sometimes you just clean up. It feels different. You know what I mean? Instead of like junk everywhere or whatever. It feels different, you know? And these are some things to help you understand the value of cleanliness, the value of your own space, setting your sacred space, whatever. Doing things, practices that help you feel good within yourself so you can show up for others and that exude outward. They feel it. They feel it, right? And this one we all love, okay? Resting without guilt. That's something that I value. And I've been learning to value it more. For a while, I said I valued it and still didn't do it. Why? Them beliefs again. Limiting beliefs, y'all. Conditioning. Ain't she cute with her little pink hair? But it's like doing practices, setting goals, making intentions, um, setting boundaries for yourself. Sometimes it's like, oh, I'm going to do this. But then when Tony, or like how I like to say Tom, Dick, and Harry, I don't know who Tony is, but Tom, Dick, and Harry comes around and it's just like, oh, yeah, you know what? I'm not doing that. I definitely used to have a few people where when I'd get home, I said I was going to work on something. The phone would ring, 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 right? What you doing? Oh, nothing. I was just about to do something, but why was I responding that way? It's just repetition, it's conditioning, it's the way we see ourselves, And it's not to shame nobody, but it's to say that sometimes we need other people doing the things that we're trying to do to help rebuild healthier habits. Sometimes, sometimes you just need that oomph. Sometimes you just need that word. Sometimes you just need that. Sometimes you just need to hear that. And I honestly love doing that for people. But I've learned how to balance myself and set boundaries because I am a giver. And a lot of times I give a lot where people have no way of reciprocating that because it's just not in their energy. That's not who they are. And I've had to come to terms with that. Like I can't expect that. Like I can't expect an orange to be an apple. I just can't. But one thing I know is if I know I'm over giving, one thing I can control is be like, all right, cool. Maybe I don't need to give this much. You know what I'm saying? I think I told somebody that's in this group that sometimes with the big energy that you have, just standing in people's presence is healing to others. You know what I'm saying? And someone told me that one day too. I ain't really believe it, but I'm starting to believe that now as well. Sometimes you don't have to do much of anything just to help people or feel safe or comfortable or anything like that, right? So we got what's next. What's next is putting into practice. What's next is asking for help. What's next is asking spirit for help and being able to sit with ourselves for a little bit, whether it's 5 minutes, whether it's 2 minutes. And that's why I want to practice exercises, um, as simple as centering our energy, grounding our energy, some type of breath work, because breath is life. It's life force energy that allows our cells to move better and all that stuff, right? And when you really start becoming aware of when you're in places that you don't like, when the energy ain't right, you can really notice how shallow your breathing is. You know, it's just short, your body is tense, right? That ain't the way. That ain't the way to be walking around here. I remember one time I noticed how I was walking around with my shoulders up here. Why? Because I was uncomfortable. If I breathe, bring it down, that's more relaxed. My body knows I'm relaxed. I feel more comfortable, you know? So, something to do, something to think about. It don't happen overnight. It definitely don't. But it's something to practice. And if I have to be someone's catalyst or inspiration, sign me up. Okay. Yes. It's when the help comes. Is when we need to learn how to accept it. Exactly, Erica. So Erica just said, I've been asking for help. Trust me. But it's when the help comes is when we need to learn how to accept it. I miss TikTok for those sound effects. But but that's so true. And that's a way of being open to receive, right? Because we can ask for help. We can ask spirit till the cows come home. But if we're not really in a receptive mode, like this isn't receptive. This isn't receptive. Moving around a mile a minute isn't receptive. You know what I mean? Binging out watching TV for hours on end isn't receptive. Like certain things that we do that might be habits. Um, Being around certain people, might not be receptive because of the vibration, the exchange that's happening. You know what I mean? And um, I know we've all been there. I know we've all been there. And what Erica said is facts. Like really learning how to be open and receptive. And for me, I'm learning to and learning to do more of it because I do need to be more of this. I'm not going front. But I've been listening and taking more time with self. Resting helps me be more receptive. And being outside in nature helps me be more receptive. It really does. Taking those walks really does. And a lot of times I'm gonna be honest, like sometimes I'm like, I don't feel like walking around this way. I've been in this area my whole life. I don't feel like walking. I want to see new scenery. Right? But what can I do? Walk somewhere else, right? Or I could just tell myself too, like, okay, but it doesn't matter. Like, go to the places that you know feel good and stop thinking about the negative stuff, right? There's certain things that we can always turn around. But when we hard headed like myself, um, one other thing too, practicing like centering our energy and being still. I have to tell myself to like at least for like 5 minutes. Come on. 2 minutes. Come on. Right? So sometimes we move away from these practices. I like to change and switch things up. I'm not really good at repetition. That is a weakness of me. But when I set myself up a certain way, I can do repetition for a certain amount of time. And then it's just like, okay, my brain's like, all right, let's next. Like, you know what I mean? So let's oh yes, okay. I just saw that, Erica. But let's do this, y'all. I think I would like to, if y'all have your journals, get them because I just would like to do a little bit of breathing exercise so we can center our energy together. And I have a question that we can journal. I'm gonna journal with y'all. I think I just want to take 5 minutes to write. And we could talk about it. It might be hard to talk about it because y'all kind of only can like text, so I don't know how this will go. But we're going to try. And what was the other thing that I was going to do? Then I just want, I kind of want to like, I like to pull cards. So those that came here, we can pull a card, you know? We don't have to get all up in the energy, ask specific questions, but I feel like I want to pull a self-worth card for y'all that are here live with me. Um, that's because repetition is certain areas isn't needed for the season. Yes, girl, you are speaking life. Absolutely. Sometimes it's like, okay, I did what I did and next. You know what I mean? Sometimes, yeah, repetition isn't always needed. But like for me, again, conditioning, like I've been talking about today, sometimes, somewhere, people used to always tell me, maybe because I'm a Gemini, I don't want to blame it on my sun sign, but like I would always start stuff and never finish it. And I used to feel like guilty for that. Again, low vibrations, um, being hard on yourself, like it just does things, does more damage to what you're trying to do and with your goals. Like it just does. But let's switch it up. I know Tiara, I know you in here quiet, but I remember, oh, what did she say? Tiara told me one time, I can't remember what Tiara said, but it was almost like the beauty of all the different things that I do. You know what I mean? We were having a conversation of that, and it's like, yeah, you know, sometimes like I just wanted to do one thing. I just wanted people to just know me for one thing, and it's like, no, I don't think people will ever notice me for one thing, but people will know me for multi different things, and the things that I do are beads on the same string. So, you know what I mean? Religion and conditioning, social strength are counterproductive at times. Absolutely. Absolutely. Girl, I'm happy you came up in here. This is the Leo is up in the building, y'all. Happy birthday to the Leos that are watching this on the other end, replay, whatever. But Leo season, we got the Leo up in the building. I hope your birthday was well, Erica. All right, I'm about to switch this up just a little bit. Where's the other music? Oh, I just saw that. All right, I want to breathe through. No, I think I want to be like a little slower. That means it was a little too hype for me. Aw, I will be back soon. And I can't wait for it. Like I feel like the season that I'm in, especially with school where I'm at, I feel like it's gonna go by a lot quicker than it did when I was in the classroom. Cause oh my god, that classroom was so annoying. I don't like school, y'all. I don't like traditional school. It's just I don't like it. Enclosed walls. I'm in a box, like don't even have a windows. Like I just don't like that crap. Um Maybe we could do this one actually. Then feeling anxious waking up to be there on time, and I can go on. But I'm not. Let's tap into something that's a little bit more. All right. So because I can't see y'all, and I do want to tell y'all this. The other types of events that I want to do. That's why I really want to explore this platform right now because I'm going to be writing posts about burnout. I'm going to be writing some posts about my card deck. I'm going to be writing a lot more and adding videos more, and it's more just catered to the people that understand what it is that I'm doing. Sometimes people like to be around because of my vibes and my energy, but other times, if people want to actually subscribe, this is a free soul care hotline. Like, this area is free for you to learn things when I post, and you can get it in your email. You can come to this app, and not only just me, other people. There's a lot of other dope people out here doing stuff, and it's just a different vibe than the regular social media. I'm feeling guided to do this a little bit more because I guess you could say soft season. I don't know if other people, like, if that's still trendy. I don't care, honestly. But I have softened my energy more because Spirit was like, you need to. Because the shit you're about to do, you need to. And it's really time. And I don't know. Sometimes just the inner child in me, I'm afraid, or I just don't want to be told what to do. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's spirit, it's just kind of like, I know, but if you know, why aren't you doing these things, right? If y'all could only imagine the conversations me and my spirit team have. But it's just like, really honoring myself in a different way and showing up a different way as well. Like, for real, for real. And it's time. So I just want to share that I think if this feels right, I'm going to continue doing this. And the people that aren't already subscribed, the people that are in here, I already know what's up with y'all. But the people that are going to be watching this replay, come through. You know what I mean? Like, I think that sometimes we forget that reading things can actually be a self-care. Like reading a book, reading an article. It helps us just sit still a little bit and calm down even, you know? It took me a while to take that in at one point because I'm not really like a bookworm. I'm usually a reader for information. But one day, Spirit had me like getting certain books, and I just was like, I don't want to watch TV. I'm going to read this book. How did my energy feel? Great. Come, you know? So anyway, if y'all are like in one space right now, you can put one in the chat. I'll wait for a little bit. If not, there's nothing wrong with that. But I would love for you to pause and take at least 3 breaths with me, okay? Um, with this practice, we're going to do a little bit more than 3 breaths. But, if, okay, I see that y'all are in one space, which is fine. um, we're going to do a little bit more than 3 breaths. And I just want you all to tune in and listen to my voice. Um, Try to catch the rhythm that I have. If you're not into that flow, that's perfectly fine. There's no right or wrong way to do this. But I do want you to be aware of your energy, aware of your body, and aware of my voice, okay? So if you can get into a comfortable position, okay? When you hear me do this, that would more than likely mean that we're done with the breathing exercise. But to start, I just did that. Um, I want y'all to get into a comfortable space. You can cross your legs if you'd like. If you're sitting in a chair, it would be great to have your feet on the floor. But just get comfortable in a comfortable position. You can also lie down, like if you're on the bed or if you want to lie on the floor, however, wherever you're at, you can do that too. And I just want you to soften your gaze and just notice how you're breathing. Notice the subtleties of how you're breathing in through your nose, out through your nose. And I want you to now start to breathe more from your stomach by inhaling through your nose and just expanding your stomach. And then exhaling slowly out through your mouth as your stomach contracts. Just inhale. We're going to do this for a few times. And exhale. And just follow my voice as I guide you through inhaling through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Now this time when we inhale, I want you to hold it all the way at the top for 3, 2, 1, and exhale out through the mouth. You can go back to your normal breathing while keeping your eyes closed. And I just want you to start scanning your body from the top of your head. And just notice how your energy is feeling, your scalp, your forehead, your eyes, your jaw, your neck, your shoulders, your arms, your hands. How are they feeling? Are they tense? Just relax them if they are. Just notice your breath, how you're breathing. How's your chest, your upper back? How is it feeling? Your lower back, your stomach, your hips, your legs, all the way down to your feet. Just be aware of your breath, aware of your body, and aware of any tension. If it feels hard for you to relax, just take deeper breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Now I want you to just focus your energy in on your heart space and try to visualize a gold light, gold energy floating inside your heart space. And as you breathe, it begins to expand just a little bit. Each time you inhale, it expands a little bit more. And just try to focus on that light in the center of your body. Notice your breath. Notice if your breath is becoming more shallow. Just breathe deeper into it as you try to visualize that golden light. And I just want you to notice your body, how it feels, and just begin to smile. Put a smile on your face. Recognize how your heart is. And you can slowly move your body, slowly open your eyes, and just say silently to yourself, thank you. If you're up and you're aware, you can just say, hey, put one in the chat, whatever. How's your body feeling? How's your energy feeling, most importantly? Where's my key? Okay. Welcome back, Tiara. Softer? Good. Good, good, good. I'm glad to hear that. I definitely would love to practice that, even if it's not even that, even if it's just breathing in for like 10 counts. Just something to, you said you feel more lighter. It's just something to really just, center in and just, like you said, soften your energy, recognize your energy, be still, be receptive. Sometimes we can get images, you know, um, but we can also control that as well. Um, so, um, with that being said, I want to tap into finding your center. Again, I have this in my book. Those watching the replay, okay, y'all can check out the link. And if you'd like to purchase this book, hard copy, you can. Um, if you'd like to purchase the digital, you can as well. I definitely will be picking some exercises from this book for the Soul Care Sundays moving forward. So it's something to reflect on. So we have this exercise here where it's talking about sitting in a space that feels comfortable, something that we pretty much did, and taking a breath, taking a few slow breaths and just tapping in, tuning into your energy. But I also have some questions for you to think about, okay? There's a few questions that I have here, but the one that I want to ask you is, were there any thoughts that came to mind when you were breathing and trying to center your energy? Especially if anything constricting, like any tense energy came up. Like, for instance, when we were scanning our body, like softening our face, softening our shoulders or whatnot. Let me know, y'all, especially that is live with me. Like, did y'all feel any tension anywhere in your body? Because for me, a lot of times I feel a lot of tension in my back. A lot of people do anyway. Um, but like for me, I know that I'll feel it. It'll like yell at me. That tension will yell at me when I'm doing too much, like physically. Tension in your shoulders. Okay. Did any thoughts come up in your mind? Like, you don't have to share right now. If you want to, you can. But were there any thoughts in your mind that may have kind of tried to tell you, like, oh, you're not doing it right or anything like that? Were there any self conflicting thoughts that may have popped in your mind when you do that? You can say yes or you can say no. Um, I don't know what type of group we have tonight, today, but if yes, I'm gonna ask you another question. If no, then that's cool. Yes, okay. I don't know. How about Erica or Tiara? Let me know. Carry a lot all at once. Yeah, I feel you. It's okay. I feel you, girl. Some days I feel like crap. Some days I don't. It's just how it is. But we do get better when we continue to show up for ourselves and definitely celebrate some of these things that we're doing. Right? Like even right now you're showing up for yourself. So you was multitasking up in here, Nia. So like you can't really hear, so I'm gonna do like this. I love how you really show up for the self care, Nia. Like for real, for real. You missed what I asked. The live was buffering at that. Okay. I asked, were there any like self conflicting thoughts when you were doing the breathing, and when or if you felt any tension in your body? Were there any thoughts that came up? Like when you were aware, like, oh, I got a tension or I got a crick in my leg or something, like any thoughts that popped in? You can just say yes or no. Or if you want to explain, you can let me know too. Mm. Yes, I do my best, especially doing things alone. I feel you. Well, um, so I'm gonna leave in this chat a question that I have for y'all. Not too much tension today. That's good, Tiara. I'm gonna text this and then I'm gonna say it out loud clearly. But let me see. What are okay. So I'm about to press send conditioning. Let me put this here. Yeah, you can see it. I don't know if I can pin this. Visit profile? Nah. Okay, so what I just typed was, what are some negative thoughts that popped up this week? And I would love to spend like 5 minutes to write down some negative thoughts that popped up this week that just passed. It's Sunday. So anything that you can think of that popped up. And once we write that, I want to know, and I want you to analyze this too. Like, do you feel like these are just like worries that may pop up out of nowhere or continue to pop up? Or are they like a way of conditioning? Because our ways of conditioning come from not only our childhood, but also through our ancestral lineage, right? Our ancestors, our family. There are things that we're carrying that might be 7 generations down. And especially 333, yes, yes. Especially as women. Especially as women. Like we hold eggs that we may or may not even be using, right? Like we have a womb space that is literally a portal for creation, whether it be creating of a human being or creating of a physical thing, you know? And it holds emotion. It's connected to that water element. And our emotions are very tough. And sometimes they don't make sense because they're coming from past generations. Sometimes they don't have to make sense. Sometimes it just has to flow through. And this is literally coming up right now in my mind as I just want to write down some things about negative thinking because a lot of times, just like Erica was saying, where was that a while back about religion and conditioning, right? Social constructs. Sometimes we hold those ideas near and dear to us, but they are out of alignment from our soul and from our path of where we are trying to grow into. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, let's just look at some negative things because even too, like sometimes we're taught do not be mad, do not be angry. Um, Sometimes we're taught that, right? And sometimes we might have this default to be like, okay, everything is okay, and be positive about things when the situation is like, it is what it is. It's a negative situation. It's okay to feel negative about it. Let the shit pass. And that's how you can let the shit go. You know what I mean? Instead of automatically being like, well, let's look at it this way, or at least it could always be worse. It could be, but we're not going to go there right now. Let's be real with ourselves. Let's be vulnerable with ourselves so we can allow emotions to move through us. All right? All right? So, if you have a piece of paper or whatnot, um, I would like to just start. I'm going to put the timer on the clock for 5 minutes. We're just going to write down some things. You don't have to push yourself to, like, if nothing negative comes up, that's fine. If one negative thought comes up from the week that passed, that's fine. If a negative thought comes up right now, just write it down. Okay? And that's perfectly fine. Um, where is it? Because we're going to do 5 minuets. So get your pens and papers ready. If you want to start now, you can. I'm just going to I'm trying to find a song that's 5 minutes. I might do this. Okay. The timer is set. Let's go. I'm about to write with y'all, okay? Also, if you can't think of anything, do what we just finished too. Just take a deep breath and allow what comes through naturally, okay? What are we writing again? It's right above Tiara. I wrote the question. It says, "What are negative thoughts that popped up for you this week?" I don't know if you can see it in the chat, but we're just writing down, like, even if it's just one thing, we're just gonna write for like five minutes. Do you see the text? I hope you were able to see it, Tiara. Got about like 1 more minute. Do you need more time, Tiara? I don't have like a whole bunch coming up, which is fine. Same for y'all. Like if a lot isn't coming up, don't try to force it. Um, but if you have at least one negative thought that you can think of that just popped up from last week, I'm gonna ask you another question just to think about it. So how are we doing? I think the time is about up. I'm gonna write how are we doing. I wonder if y'all can see my text messages. Can y'all see my texts? Oh, Tiara, you just came in? Uh-oh. Mia, Erica, I don't know if y'all wrote anything down, but I just want to double check. Um, you do? Okay. Tiara, I'm just going to check in on you. Erica, I'm just checking in on you. Um, Not sure if you wrote something down because it's a two-part series. But the second part is just for you to ask yourself a question. All right. I hope y'all can hear me. I'm gonna keep going. Um, yeah, I'm gonna keep going. I see we at an hour. So I wrote down three things, and I noticed that they had something in common. I don't know how many you wrote down. It doesn't really matter. But if you wrote down more than one, see if it has like, is it a recurring theme? Because, like, for instance, mine, I don't have enough. Feeling stuck about not having. Actually, I'll just share it with you guys. So what first came to mind was I remember in the beginning of the week I was thinking of how I didn't have enough for my hair station. Cause in school we're out on the floor, we have our own station now. And I was like, oh, I don't think I have enough. And then I was like, yes, I do. And then I was like, okay, cool. Because I wanted to print my business cards. And it didn't seem right to do it right now. So I told myself, okay, we're not going to push it like we always do. Because sometimes little Coy remembers being in art class or presentations and not having everything together. So that just pops up sometimes. Like, do we have enough? I don't know if I have enough. That was a negative thought, right? So then another negative thought came up where I was feeling kind of stuck about not having a car. Like, I haven't had a car for some month, actually for a year. And not having my own place right now. Being very transparent right now. Okay. I felt some type of way. And it came through very hard actually the following this week that just passed. And then I was just like, it's all right. I'm very proud of myself. I'm going to speak highly of myself right now, if y'all don't mind, okay? I'm very proud of how I've been consoling myself with these negative thoughts and having some self compassion. I'm proud of it. Because sometimes it's just like, you know, um, it just is what it is, right? Um, so I noticed how not having enough was a theme here. Now it wasn't my whole week, but if it was, oh well, right? I just want y'all to know that sometimes it's okay to be negative. All right? 345. 345, thank you. Because I also felt negative about just saying yes to my family a little bit too much. Um, I love my sister to death. She's been letting me use her car a lot. She can't drive right now, but it's just been like, it feels like I have to say yes a lot, and I don't always have to. Hi, whoever just came in. So these are just some thoughts that I'm being transparent of my week last that just passed, you know? You're welcome. And I'm sharing this exercise with you. If whatever you wrote, if you wrote something down, just look, is there a recurring theme? Right? And then also I want y'all to ask, like, are these just worries? Or is this a way of conditioning? Like I was speaking about ancestral information that we carry, and we carry deeply as women that hold uteruses, okay? um where a lot of times we don't honor our emotions or sit with them enough because it's not enough time, or I don't, like, maybe there's a limiting belief where crying is weak. I don't know. I remember I used to have that limiting belief where crying was weak, you know, until I said fuck it. And now let the floodgates flow, okay? But in the phase that I'm in now, like, if I'm crying, I'm gonna let it. I'm just gonna let it flow. Unless I'm like in front of certain people or if I'm in public, then I might turn it off. Like, like, wait a second, I'm gonna have to cry at home. And then when you get home, it doesn't really happen. But yeah, like for me, looking at these things, um, I'd say there's a little bit of conditioning and a little bit of worrying. It can be both. You know what I mean? And I'd say for the feelings of not having enough is conditioning. It's definitely conditioning from a thread of ancestral things for sure. But where I'm at in my life right now, I feel like because I'm able to analyze it in a way or be aware of it in a way, to me it's kind of like it's not a boulder anymore. It's like little crumbs. And it's just like, oh, okay, let me sweep this up and throw it in the trash type of thing. We can't throw away a big boulder rock in the trash, right? You got to break it down. So I ask you, you people on the other side of the screen, whether you're watching live with me now or if you're watching through the replay, like, question yourself. Like, are these just worries? Right? And you can tell if they're just worries because it's not really like a pattern. The conditioning is more of a pattern. Okay? And like a repetitive pattern that feels somewhat like, damn, I don't feel like I can control this. All right? That's how you kind of can know the difference. They can be one and the same, like how I just explained, but I just want y'all to be aware of that because it's something that a few people taught me actually on my path of entrepreneurship. And as I tell y'all time and time again about, this is why I love to help people with entrepreneurship, especially soul led, purpose driven, spiritual entrepreneurs, because it's synonymous to self awareness, self development. And we are constantly being faced with understanding ourselves first. How are we showing up for other people? And these limiting beliefs, these emotions block us from doing the things that we desire to do. And then we beat ourselves up and we're like, why aren't we where we need to be? Maybe we were right where we need to be. But in order to have that growth, we got to break through some of this energetic blockage, you know? So this is something simple that you can just be aware of, right? And like work through. I don't know if you want to share anything in the chat, y'all. I don't mind. Um, this is just some of the exercises I wanted to share with you. The last thing I want to do, honestly, is if you have a question about anything we talked about, I can answer it. And I want to pull a self-worth card for y'all just to carry a positive saying for the rest of your day. All right. And then we'll just close up. So let me know. I don't know if y'all are still with me. I don't know if y'all multitasking. I don't know what's going on. And for those that are watching in the replay too, if you have a question about what you just did, put it in the chat so that way I can answer, because I do like to answer questions. Okay. So just do that. All right. What is this? So if y'all didn't hear me, I'm just going to respond again. Right now, I just would love for you guys to share any information from the exercise we did, or um, ask a question of anything that I spoke about, that I talked about during this session. All right, because I'd love to talk, share, and I'm going to pull a question from the people in the live. All right. I've been keeping to myself a lot. Losing someone you love can change you. It doesn't mean you're never going to feel like yourself again. It often means you're becoming a different version of yourself while carrying that loss. Girl. Yeah. That's deep wisdom there, Nia. Absolutely. And when you experience a loss, whether it's through a person, a thing, like a job, you know, person, place, like you moving, that's kind of like a loss too. Um, it kind of feels like an empty space, right? Depending how attached you were to that person, place, or thing. And I honestly want to say it's normal to feel, to be aware of negative things, because when you think about it, I'm gonna share something in art class, right? We had these things called negative space. Negative space is the areas around what the shapes are. So when the shapes move somewhere else, then you have this negative space. Kind of like when you're moving furniture around in a a room or whatever, right? Now you might have negative space. You might want to fill it. Our brain wants to fill things just automatically, and that's why sometimes the negative thoughts come in. My love is going out to you because you said it's a heavy month. You know, please take time with yourself and find things or practice things that you know bring some love into your heart. Whether it even be just something simple as music and sipping on some tea or something else. No, you know, but much love to you. My love goes out to you, Nia. No. And it's necessary. Like it's not necessary. Of course it bothers you. And it's okay to feel. It's okay to feel those negative things, and I wish I could hug you, you know? But I am sending some positive energy your way, because that hurts. Nobody likes to feel pain at all. It hurts. because I hurt reading that, and it's messed up. It's something that you can't control, but at the end of the day, um, we still can make time to choose happiness, even if it's just for a little bit. Even if it's just for a little bit, because that's grief. Grief is the feelings that come up from a loss. You know, I want to share something with you. You have any questions, Sonia? Again, Tiara, Erica. I don't know if y'all hear me, if y'all still in here. Um, that if you just want to share what came up through the exercise or ask a question, I'm gonna celebrate him. And I know that's right. Yes. Yeah, celebrate him. Because have you ever noticed sometimes when we're so happy we cry, right? Just like we cry when we're sad. A lot of times it can be something on both ends of the spectrum, but it's still that same line. And our brains sometimes try to make sense like, wait a second, like I'm crying, I'm laughing. You know what I mean? And it's just like, I'm bringing that up because just feel the feels. Just feel the feels. Feel the feels. Because energy, emotion, right? Feel the feels. We don't want to hold on to things, especially that aren't tangible. I'm not quite sure where I'm going with that part, but I'll stop right there. I just want to say, feel the feels, girl, and it's okay. And again, try to find a slither of happiness when you can. If you don't have no questions about anything that we did today, I want to share this message, this card for you. Okay. And also, before I share this, holding space, thank you. Because I was just about to say, you showing up for something just as simple as this, is great for not only your peace of mind, but for your soul. So, like, kudos to you, and I want to say thank you for coming and showing up because when I have at least that one person that shows up, this is helping me. I love to connect with people. And the season that I'm in is a little bit trying to connect to people that are physically around me. So I am thankful that I have people that I can connect with through this internet, you know, and doing something that I love to do as well. Because I love doing these things and y'all are joining in with me. You know what I mean? Like, that's the connection that I really want right now in my season in my life. And that's just where I'm at. So thank you. So I'm gonna share this card with you that popped out for you, Nia. Aww. It says, I replace criticism with compassion, girl. I replace criticism with compassion. And I just want to share with you that, like, it's okay. Again, we don't change overnight. And it takes a while to be compassionate to self when you have been putting out that compassion for others constantly, over again, right? You're drained from your own source. Now it's time to fill it up. And it can be hard. Life is hard, cool, whatever. But take heed to it, right? And I feel like you do value these things. And the more that you value these things, the more that you tell yourself, hey, come on, let's just do this, Talk to your spirit team, however, whoever. They will help you move through that. Because I know I have witnessed it, seeing other people, and I know I'm a witness of allowing spirit to move through me. And compassion can be self-compassion can be a challenge for sure, but it's okay. I think we like challenges over here. You know what I mean? I think you do. Because I know you was in my 30-day challenge. I know Tiara likes challenges. And I know Erica likes challenges. Anybody else watching this replay, If y'all here still, write in the chat. I like challenges too, right? See it as a challenge. I'm going to do this. I'm going to embrace this self compassion, you know? And someone also told me too, sometimes we can make little sayings for ourselves when we feel that negativity creeping up in, whether it be what did she say? Not my monkey, not my circus. That was something when people, I'm used to helping chaotic people and I have to remind myself to really back in and not lash out at them, but just to know and recognize, okay, this is where they at. Oh, this is not my chaos. You know what I mean? Or I know my mom used to say something with the negative things, even though she's still having a hard time. Love you, mom. But it's like this, devil get back. She used to say, it's just saying little things that can kind of honor and call back your power. You know, I'm so happy that you're grateful to be here. And I'm so thankful again for you being here as well. Um, I'm not quite sure what happened to the other people in the live. I'm gonna wait like 2 minutes to see if they say anything, if they'd like me to pull a card while I'm here. And if not, we're gonna just take one collective breath, close out, and you can see me not next week, but the following next week. I'm gonna be doing these bi-weekly. I don't know for how long, y'all. But I'm going to be doing these bi-weekly. We're going to be doing something that's similar to this. Um, just to kind of like, start the week off. Something. And then allow ourselves to shine. And I'm going to be another transparency. Right now, I'm not saying that I don't, but right now at this moment, I don't feel like I want to open a Zoom right now because I'm building something like a membership type of thing. So when I build that, then we might be having more intimate space where we can talk, converse, this, that, and the third. So, Erica, you cracking me up. You said I was so relaxing. I don't know. Well, I'm glad you are, girl. I'm glad you are. And I'm thankful that you popped in. I'm thankful for your energy and your words and all that jazz. If you'd like me to pull a self worth card for you just to end this session with a positive message, I'd love to. Tiara, I'm not sure if your Wi-Fi is acting up or whatever, but if you do get this before I get off, I'd love to pull a card for you as well. But like I was saying, y'all, for those that are watching in the replay too, if you're interested in more that I do, please go to the link below or wherever you're watching this, because I have ebooks that um, walk you through certain things that are about self care, self awareness, and also that self awareness to help you build a sustainable foundation for a business that you may be wanting to do, or maybe even a creative project. So check out the link below, and ask me any questions, in the chat from what we did today. Again, I'm going to be doing this soul care Sundays bi-weekly. And hopefully if we gain some more people up in here, when the time is right, when Spirit says press go on the membership, we'll have some more intimate spaces. All right. So, Erica, I'm going to pull a card for you. Thank you, Nia. I appreciate you. You're so kind. Okay, Erica, this is your card. It says, I am worthy of divine support, baby. I am worthy of divine support. Yes, 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 yes. As soon as I closed my eyes, I saw you laying down. And it's almost like you laid down intentionally to receive spirit. That is what has came through. Any other messages that want to come for Erica? Um, okay, thank you. Loud and clear, Erica. Also, to just know that if there's anything like pulling on us, I don't know if you fell asleep when we were talking about those negative thoughts just nagging on you. create a word like I was saying how my mom used to say, like, devil get back, she used to say, or, create like a power word or a mantra to just kind of like, clear, cancel, and release. We're not going there with this negativity right now because you want to focus on the goal at hand. And I feel like you've been having this goal to receive clarity on your next moves. And I feel like it's coming. It is coming. And that can be your moving mantra as well. Like, I am, open to receive my next move. Something, because the divine support is here. It's just you aligning with spirit to pour into you. You know what I mean? I know you do a lot, girl. I know you do a lot. And the rewards are there, but it's just also you doing what you know, girl. You know a lot of things. Spirit just wants you to take that leap of faith. Just take that one step. Take that one step, girl, towards what it is that you're doing. Or take those 20 steps on what it is that you are desiring, and allowing more love to just flow into you. But not only from you, from spirit. Because you have a deep, deep, deep well of love, girl. You do. And spirit is like, I'm ready to pour it in. I just need you to allow it to pour into. They just want you to initiate a little something. Just a little something. What is that? Like a mustard seed? The faith of a mustard seed, I'm hearing? You got this, girl. Don't be so hard on yourself. You got this. And I speak this for everybody here that is live with me right now. We probably all be hard on ourselves, and it's okay. Self compassion is needed. And I want to congratulate y'all and say that I'm proud of y'all because you could be doing anything else, but you came here in this space to do some things with me. And I'm appreciative of that. And I thank you so much, y'all. I really do. And y'all should thank yourselves. Erica, thank you. You got this too. You got this too, girl. I know you do. You know? Thank you, y'all. Thank you, Spirit, for being here with us tonight, today. Actually, I don't know why I keep saying tonight. It's still light out where I'm at. Um, I'm gonna go take a walk, be in some sun for a little bit. I need some sun anyway. And yeah, I appreciate y'all. You're so welcome. And again, I'm gonna be doing this every other week. So, just check y'all alerts. I know y'all in the chat are already subscribers of this Soul Care Hotline. But if the people in the replay are watching this wherever y'all are at, I don't know where y'all are watching this, but subscribe. If you're feeling the vibe, definitely subscribe, okay? And you can get alerted because I do a lot of things. So keep up with me, come through with me, and we can, commune together. All right, y'all? Thank you so much, y'all. I'll see y'all later. Bye. Have a happy Sunday and a following Monday, all right? Peace, y'all.